Hey, welcome to the show, Leading and Growing Your Real Estate Business. This is Coach James Short, aka Shorty, and this is a show for those within the real estate industry wanting to lead and grow their real estate business. It's a series of interviews that we conduct for those within the industry. So we're finding out what those leaders are within the industry, what makes them tick, what's their story, what are their strategies, and how to become the leaders and the growers within the industry. But also, it's an interview series with those outside of the industry. I'm always a big believer of looking at a whole different part of the pie rather than just focusing on one part of the pie. Because what it does, it allows you to have a different perspective, allows you to get snippets or golden nuggets from those outside of the industry that can look into the industry and go, there's a different perspective. And so I encourage you to reach out to the guests. I encourage you to lean into these series to find out how can these pieces of information, experiences, stories help you lead and grow your real estate business. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have lots of fun today's show. Get ready, put your seatbelt in, keep your arms and legs in at all times because we have the man, the legend himself, Clint Ranse, is the creative director of My Video Producer, where he helps real estate agents, travel professionals, and purpose-led brands turn their stories into strategic video content that actually drives results. He's the founder of Videos of Value, a signature program that helps agents create 12 months of content in just 2 days. And he's also the host of the Creativity That Converts podcast, where he shares practical insights on how to stand out, stay consistent, and turn creative content into real business growth. Beyond the lens, Clint's a charity writer, high rocks athlete, and proud, amazing, legendary dad, passionate about blending storytelling, strategy, and purpose to make an impact. Legend, champion, good to have you back on the show.
Great to be back. Always good chatting with you.
Oh, mate, what rabbit hole are we going to go down today? Looking forward to it. Mate, it's been a little while since you were on the show. What's been some fun things that you've done over the last number of months?
Mate, we've seen some amazing growth over the last 12 months. The Videos of Values program has just taken off with agents because we all know that they're time poor. So the fact that we can get them 52 videos that actually deliver value to the viewer done in 2 days with a complete script to screen service, it's just game changing for them.
Love
So
that.
that one's just kept us off the charts busy. We've been traveling nationally, speaking at conferences about it. That's been a big thing for us. We've been working with some great agents, obviously, always working with Dave Gray. So that's always fun trying to keep up with him. Doing a bunch of stuff with Lee Woodward. We had Matt Steinway in the studio the other day. So yeah, it's going ahead in leaps and bounds.
That's awesome. I've seen you up on stage. How are you going with that? How are you finding up there and doing the damage from the stage?
I actually really enjoy it. It's funny. I was born with that gene where I'm happily don't care what anyone thinks of me. So I can get up there and just tell a story and go. And the first time I did it, my wife went, "So tell me, how can you go out on stage and introduce a rock star to 50,000 people, but you're worried about talking to 50 real estate agents?" And I went, "You know what? You're sort of right. Okay, I guess I need to put that in perspective and just shut up and get on stage."
I love it. I love it. Oh dear me. So we're halfway through 2025, and I want to find out what are some of the videos that are have been working in 2025 to date.
Look, the videos that are working, I still find are the videos that aren't just a social media video for you. Like when you're creating, try and create in a way that you're getting your social media version, but you're also getting that evergreen version that's there for you as searchable content ongoing. Because you can't invest all that money into video production as a high quality thing to represent your high quality brand and then have it disappear in 3 days. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm a big believer in making sure that when you're creating, you're dual creating and you're getting the most out of it. And it also allows you to get that third use out of it. Like, yeah, they find it when you're searching, but if you're creating the right content, you can have content sitting in your phone that you can text message to people so that then they're getting it and they're seeing you as tech progressive agent that's just different to everyone else. Like one of my favorite is the what to expect from an appraisal video that you just keep in your phone and text message it to the person the day before. It gives a short explainer of what they can expect for the day, like what from the appointment, like what you're going to need from them and everything else. But the real power of it is none of the other agents are doing that. So you've immediately shown that you're not necessarily better, but you're doing things that they aren't.
Mm. It's really putting that whole USP in front of other agents and really leading by that example and just being on the forefront, because that video actually answers a lot of the questions inside the potential vendor's head before you get into the lounge room. So
Yep.
you're so far ahead of any other agent before you're walking in there.
Yep.
Love
It's
it.
just it's a big game changer when you can, it's using video smartly. Everyone
Mm.
can pull out a phone and make a video to go on socials now. Like even the Instagram edits app, it's putting out great edits that work for that short-term stuff. But you've got to be creating with a strategy. It really amazes me that I see constantly in real estate, agents put more thought into a letterbox drop than they do a video campaign. And I'm like, even if every person you give that to looks at it, that's 1,000 people. And let's be honest, maybe 10% looks at it. So at best, you're probably getting 100 people.
Yep.
Whereas a well thought out video campaign, you if even if it doesn't go brilliantly, you're going to get a couple of thousand.
Totally right. And you can then actually see the ROI on that thousand where you're dropping letterbox. You're just hoping that someone sees it and you're not getting crowded with everyone else that's in the letterbox as well.
Yeah.
You mentioned something that I want to unpack, which is strategy, right? Like to have a strategy around your video, have a strategy around your content, I think is so crucial. Where do most people fall down in relations to the strategy component?
To me, where most agents fall over is they try and create a video that speaks to everyone.
Hmm.
You're not going to do it. Spielberg can't do it. Like you're either a Jurassic Park or a Fast and Furious. You're not into
Make your mind
everything.
up.
Like, yeah. So don't expect a first home buyer to watch a video that's about downsizing.
Hmm.
So don't go halfway. Go all in and go, hey, this video is for downsizers. Like you should have playlists on your YouTube channel of videos for downsizing, starting with things as simple as navigating the emotional journey of downsizing because it's something that others aren't doing. And it can be little tips like, hey, digitize your photos because they aren't thinking that way. It's just little things that help make a difference. And it starts to create that Pavlovian effect in the brain of the potential vendor of this person's provided me value for years. I've watched them, I've been with them. So they want to reciprocate that and give it back to you.
Love it. And that is so important. When we talk strategy, where are you finding agents actually spending the time to map that out, or is it just being hit and miss and seeing what the person down the road is doing? Oh, I'll copy that, do they actually spend that time to go down and actually create that? Obviously, the guys that work with you have the strategy, but everyone else out there, are they just copying the person down the road?
I think a lot of them are just having a look at, oh, what's being done? What's my
Mm,
competitor doing? So
yeah,
you've got to always look at it. If you're just copying your competitor, the best you can ever hope for is number two.
yeah,
Like you're not going to hit number one by copying someone else.
yeah.
So it's just playing that game smarter than them. Like ultimately, if you want to stand out, what do you want to be known for? I'm continuously still amazed how many real estate agents don't have a profile video that is
Serious?
genuinely them. Oh, it's amazing. Absolutely
Wow.
blows my mind how many don't have a video that's authentically them. They
Yeah,
might have
right.
a video of them pulling up in a Ferrari or trying to look cool or be this person. And but then they sort of notice that you don't have the Ferrari when you turn up in
Yeah.
your Magna. Like it just doesn't. So, but
Off brand.
authenticity is that main thing. Like
Yeah.
where I also see a lot of issues is agents come in and they think the marketing department is that silver bullet that's just going to give them listings. I want every agent to understand now, my job isn't to get you listings. My job is to get you into conversations. It's your job to build that relationship and carry that through and make them realize that you really are the person that I told them you were. I
Yeah,
can only
got it.
take it so far. Otherwise, we might as well just go down the AI agent route because you're not being you and you're not investing yourself in it.
Yeah, so true. And so talk to me about that component around that conversion of content where, yes, you're there to actually help the agent to get into doors, but really at the end of the day, it's the agent that's got to not be knocking on the door and move, getting inside the door. What's that type of content that you're finding that really helps agents convert at the moment?
I'm loving that value driven content where it does
Yeah,
break things down for them. Like that to me really works because you can push it out on socials. Now, unless you're spending big money on ad spend, you're not doing a lot with socials at the moment. Socials is a brand exercise at the moment more than anything. So it's you want that awareness out there so you can push that value out there so that it's seen that you're doing that and you're part of the community. But then it doubles down into that YouTube side of it for them to be able to go and view it. And like you think if you've been to a listing presentation and it is with a downsizer and you send them a link to a series of videos that's 12 videos, they're spending the next half an hour with you without you having to invest any time. Like
yeah.
every agent always says to me, oh, I wish I could clone myself. Well, this is as close as we can get it so far that they're going to spend time with you. They're going to learn you. They're going to trust you. So why not lean into it?
And it's really that authority piece, isn't it? Because
100%.
you've got that platform now where you can just, as you said, send them the video where now you've got them locked in for the next 20 to 30 minutes, explaining the process, explaining the reasons, really educating them where you're not actually saying the same thing over and over and over again because you've done it through video.
Mm. And
So,
it's like
yep,
your property videos. People always do their property videos. So if you're selling an apartment that's perfect for a first home buyer, wouldn't you, instead of uploading a single video to your portals, upload a playlist so that then when they finish watching that apartment, they go straight into the top 10 things you need to know to be buying your first apartment. And then they're going to continue down that track with you. It's also like, even without going into the niching for it, you can also do like using Port Macquarie as an example. If you're looking at relocating to Port Macquarie, why wouldn't you have every property video lead into another video that says the top things you need to know about living in Port Macquarie?
yep,
You're keeping them in your ecosystem. We spend a fortune on portals, but no one then makes the most of it. Like when you look at cost per click on domain and realestate.com.au, if you try and outbid them on Google, you're
yeah.
spending your whole commission on trying to get a Google click. Like,
On one.
yeah, exactly. Like cost per click, $3,558. Like not practical. So why
Yeah,
not lean into it and embrace it?
yeah. And
Like
let
let
them do
them
all the
do
heavy,
your
heavy
ads.
lifting. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally, totally. And I think this is a really good point because a lot of agents they get so focused on the property rather than the surroundings of the property, of like the locals, the schools and what developments are coming up and what are the changes in the area and how it's growth to really be that position of that expert in that area. They
Yep.
just get, I think they get so focused on the next sale, next sale, next sale. And I think they get stuck on the property videos rather than the content videos. What do you see as the mix between property videos and content videos when we talk about video strategy? Is there a rule of thumb? Is there a flavor? What are your thoughts or insights around that?
I think property videos at the
Hey guys, just a little side note here. How's it going? Are you on track this year? I know that sometimes this part of the year we can feel like we're in a bit of a grind, a bit of in the trenches. Are you on track from the original plans that you set out for the rest of this year? What I've realized is that with this time of year, we get so distracted and we've got trying to chase so many shiny balls and go down so many rabbit holes. And that's why I created a program called the 90. It's a framework that actually allows you to achieve more in 90 days than ever before. Some of the feedback that we've got from some of the people that have used the process, the 90, is that they've achieved more in 90 days than the whole previous year. So if you'd like to have the tools, have the techniques, have the framework on the 90, so you and your team can achieve more in 90 days than ever before, what it does, and it impacts you of how to get clear, what you need to do, and who you need to be to show up in order to achieve the things you want to achieve over the next 90 days. Simply head over to jamesshort.com.au, click on join the waitlist, fill in your details, and one of the team members will be in touch and take you through the 90 framework. On with the show.
The moment are getting very mixed up because there's two types, and the agents don't want to invest that extra couple $100 to do the two types. They want to try and mash it together, and it's creating a confusion with the end viewer, I believe. Yes, you do have your social media videos, and 100% they should be fast. You need to stop the hi, I'm Jimmy, and welcome to 123 Main Street. No one cares. They want to see the property quick. They want to be caught, their attention, and then go to the next thing. So you need that style of video, but then you need your property style video where it tells the story of the property, the location of the property, where it's near, what it needs, what it's like to actually live the lifestyle of being in that property.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a really good point. And then other content in relations to the markets, in relations to the types of buyers that are out there, types of vendors. I mean, really, the list can go on and on. And that's why you do the 52 videos in 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah. It's look,
Love it.
it's a pretty endless list. At
Totally.
a bare minimum, you should have a monthly update going out. And even if it doesn't go out on socials, it goes out to your core database, whether it's
Yep.
a Facebook group, however you're running your VIP viewers or whatever you want to call them, you should have a monthly update video going out to them. But monthly updates don't need to go down to, I sold this house, it had 48 ants in the front yard, it was da 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 da. Like, slow it down. Let's be honest. All people really care about is how much is their property worth and how long is it going to take to sell.
Yep.
But they're not worried about everything else. That's details that you're more focused on because you can pull it out of a CRM. So don't get caught up in that. If you're going to go down that route, and this is a bit of a cheeky one that it took me a while to talk a few agents into doing it, but I love it and it's sort of taking off, is the top 5 sales of the area. Talk about the top 5 sales of the area, not the 5 you sold, but the top 5 of the area. Why was that one a good sale? Congratulate whoever sold it. Well done to John at McGrath for selling that property. What a great result. It does two things. It shows that you become the resource for real estate because they can go to one spot and find out everything. But we all know people's memories are a bit shady, and eventually they just think you sold it. So it's been a bit tricky, but it works well.
But it also shows authenticity. Like it's like, hey, I'm not going to be selling everything in the area. So let's talk about everything in the area and to give you a good perspective of the top 5.
Yep.
Love
I
it.
love it. That's my favorite video. So we've actually built a system where we have a GPT that it'll step them through how to create the script. They can film it and send it to us and we edit it and everything. And then it comes back to them ready to upload.
Fantastic. Now I want to jump on that. AI and content and videos. Thoughts, feelings, where are we heading with it all?
Look, I've seen everything from people trying to replace themselves with AI. I hate it. And it's not because I run a video production company. Look, if it comes to that point and it's working that well, I'll be the first one saying, hey, jump on this. This is killer. But we're trying to get people to trust us with their biggest asset.
Mm.
And we can't take the time to actually get on video. They're meant to trust us by us putting a robot in front of them. It just doesn't equate to me. And it may at some point, but for now it doesn't. AI is there as a research tool still. It's a large language model. It's heading towards a large action model, but it's still a way off. But now's the time to be taking advantage of that. Now's the time when you should be creating the content that large action model will be using for its research. So when ChatGPT becomes the get me an appointment with the best real estate agent on the mid North Coast, it's going to be the person who's created the right content for it. We're seeing a reverse in marketing in a way where we're sort of heading back down that SEO route, but it's more of an AI optimization route. So you've got to make sure that you're the one that it's suggesting because otherwise you're forgotten about.
Very true. Wow. I think it's a really good I mean, could you set around even the scripts and so forth? Because a lot of agents get stuck on what should I say? Blah, blah. Like you can throw that into ChatGPT, give you some frameworks, obviously do some editing and then to make it look and sound more yourself, but using it as a research and resource tool to help you to actually get more stuff done at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. We've got over 1,000 scripts in our portal for agents to be able to access. They're written by AI. I
Yep.
don't know every regulation on real estate. I did my real estate license 25 years ago. I'm sure they changed in that time. But
Just
also,
all of
like,
it.
we're doing it in Queensland, we're doing it in
Yeah, of
Victoria,
course.
we're Perth, we're all over the place. So regulations change for each. So,
Yep.
but they give you the framework for it. We've built custom GPTs and stuff for it to be able to say, I'm a 49-year-old male. I want to speak in a friendly yet informative tone, and it'll adjust the scripts to do it. Because obviously, we don't want everyone going out and just using our flat out scripts because it just
It'll
doesn't
saturate
work.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
So it's the same. Like we won't work with two real estate agents in the same postcode because I
Yep.
know I make such a difference in someone's business when we plug in that it's not fair that they come and spend their money with me and then I go and do it for the next door neighbor. Like my
Correct.
integrity just does not allow
It doesn't work.
that. No.
Talk, now talk,
Maybe that's why I'll never be rich, but hey.
but you can sleep at night.
Yeah, exactly.
Now talk to me about value over viral, because there's, we've seen a bunch of viral content get out there, but as you said, it only lasts a little while whilst out there. Everyone's onto the next big shiny thing. What do you see as the importance of value over viral?
I'm yet to see a viral in real estate that I genuinely believe has been of major benefit. Dan Lee embraced it really well. He turned his COVID viral into a whole new brand and did it all brilliantly, and that's running great. Like Plum's doing some amazing stuff. But it was his property videos that went viral that allowed him to build a brand off it, and he did the hard work. It wasn't a one video went out and oh my God, we got thousands of things. Our studio next door runs for a barbecue podcast. It's currently sitting at about between 5 and 10 million views on their Instagram channel a week. So it works in certain chapters, it doesn't in others. So with real estate, to me, just continue to provide value. If you're providing value to people, it makes them want to work with you.
So true. Now, if you
You
were to,
can't chase viral anymore. It's just not there.
it's too
Like,
hard, right? Unless you're Mr. Beast and throwing, squillions and squillions of dollars into it.
whoa, I watched an article last week where he's borrowing money off his
It's,
mum to do the next video because he's out of budget. I'm like,
it's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
I listened to an interview him a little while ago, and just the amount of money that he just keeps on pouring back in, and the work ethic that that guy's got. It's I guess the fixation on getting it to a certain point. No one's going to repeat that.
Well,
It's just next level.
Diary of a CEO is a perfect example of it. When I work with
Yeah.
a real estate agent, if I say to them, hey, I want to do double thumbnails, it's going to cost you a bit more, but we're going to split test the thumbnails to make sure we're getting clicks. They freak out. They're like, oh my God, I'm not spending an extra couple $100 to do that. Diary of the CEO, which is the biggest podcast in the world at the moment, every YouTube video that goes up split tests 100 thumbnails.
Whew.
So you think of the work that goes into that.
Wow.
But talk about like they know their chink, they're refining their data. And
Totally.
real estate agents are all about refining their data for how to sell to people, but they don't want to refine the data and do the work in content to get to that same level. And they're all looking at content as a silver bullet of, oh, well, I know I have to do it, so let's just do the basics. You're
So
just
what's the
doing the
mindset
basics
shift
doesn't
though?
help.
Like why do you think agents have that mindset?
Well, I think that starts with just how busy they are. But
Yeah, okay.
I have coined a phrase of are you real busy or are you real estate busy? Like are you sitting at that desk for 10 hours a day but really doing like 2 hours work? How efficient are you actually being?
Yeah,
Like but that comes across as any business. Like I don't want to sound like I'm picking on real estate agents with it.
sure.
It's
Sure.
if you can't find 2 days in a year to create content that works for you forever, you haven't got a business. You've got yourself a job. Like you might as well go to Coles and stand at the checkout and do that because you don't have a business.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. What about What advice would you give to an agent who's just got out of their own? They know they need to get a content strategy in place. Where should they, what should be their first steps?
Have a look at a young guy called Jaden Nipris up in Ray White up in Caboolture. He absolutely cracks me up. I love it. Jaden White here from Ray White, Caboolture. And he just gets on and talks
Yeah.
and does it well. I'm out in Smith Street today dropping letterboxes. Make sure you come out and say hello if you see me. And it's endeared him to that community like you wouldn't believe. Ginger kid, like he's got everything working against him, but he gets out and smashes it. I think he's sitting at about 8,000 followers at the moment. Like
Wow.
that's double what most of these agents that are probably well outselling him are doing.
Mm. And it's just basically that. It's just getting out and getting the camera out and just start filming and,
Yeah.
and having those conversations.
We're in an era now where you can walk into JB Hi-Fi, buy a set of DJI mic minis for $250, plug them into your phone, and you can create great content.
Yeah.
It's not the same as if we do videos of value and all the high-end productions and everything, but you can be creating good enough content that people will relate to you. We're in an era where, like, when I first started video, if you got 4 or 5 contacts with people, they knew you, they were ready to work with you. You're looking at 25 to 30 now before they even recognize your brand because
So
there's
true.
such oversaturation of it there. So unless you plan on waiting 2 years because you're going to call them once a month, they're not going to remember you. So let's get started on those 27 contact points so that then some of them are the heavy liftings looked after for you in social media ads, bus shelters, like all those things. Video is not a one-stop thing. It's a part of your marketing campaign.
Yeah, so true. So what's coming up for you? What's the next 6 to 12 months look like for you? What are you excited about?
I'm excited with where we're going with the videos of value stuff. I've got a few cool projects coming up with some Shangri-La properties where I'll be jetting back
Ooh,
overseas and doing some cool stuff with
nice.
them. Where we've been stepping into a bit of the travel stuff because it's very similar to real estate where travel agents are doing some of that stuff. But we've gone in with travel on a different level where we're providing it at that top level so that then agents can use it, which is a model we're starting to see in some of the bigger franchises or bigger groups.
Great. Wow, that's
And
exciting.
then I'm off to High Rocks this weekend, so I'm not really planning too far past that because I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to walk next week.
How you feeling about that? Excited?
I'm super excited. You know me, I love a challenge. Last year I did it in an hour 43, but I didn't get to train properly leading into it. So I did the open race last year, headed out, had a crack, finished it. This year we were struggling to get a ticket. So I went, just buy me a pro ticket. Didn't look at it, didn't anything. Was like, yeah, no worries, I'll train. And I looked and the sled's 200 something kilos. I'm like, oh,
Oh, ouch.
all right. So in training, I've dropped 15 kilos since January for it.
Well
Stronger than I've
done.
ever been. I'm targeting an hour and a half for it. If I do that,
Wow.
it'll put me in a podium, but I'm going with, hey, let's just finish.
Let's just get
I,
it done.
I do have to remember I'm old. Like I'm not the young man I once was.
The mind is willing. The mind is willing.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
love it. I
Uh,
love it. Is there anything that we haven't covered today that you feel that we need to cover?
No, look, we want to help people. Like I didn't build this business to be able to go and hang out with real estate agents. Like I'll be honest, it's not my prime day that I want to do. But it's for I want to get it working. It's an area where I know video can make a massive difference, and especially in some of the younger agents. So we I've made strategy calls free for that reason. Like reach out and we'll chat with you. I think you can tell you listeners, I don't muck around. Like I'm as straight shooter as you can get. If I can't help you, I will tell you. If I think I can help you, I will. If I can give you something that will help you that I'm not involved in, I will give it to you. Like we give away 50 video ideas for real estate agents. That's just a standard lead magnet for us for, hey, have a look at it, use that and just get out there and start creating something. But book a strategy call if you've got any questions. We're happy to sit with anyone and go through and see what we can help them with.
Fantastic. And where's the best place to send them for that booking a strategy call?
If you head to myvideoproducer.com.au/links, There's a heap of free resources there. There's strategy calls there. We just put a AI GPT pack on there for agents to be able to put in the copy from their properties, and it'll spit out a proper script along with a top 5 script writer as well. So that then agents there's really no excuse anymore.
That's right. There's nowhere to hide.
So either just take it off the to-do list or
That's
get it
right.
done. Like,
Yeah, totally. Love it. Clint, mate, much appreciate your time, energy, and your expertise today. Always love chatting. Super appreciate jumping on the show today.
happy to help anytime, buddy.